Hi, this is John Ryan, and with me is USA national team goalie, Chicago Inter goalie, Julia Malysz. Malysz. And obviously the name's Polish. Am I correct?
Yeah.
And your dad is from Poland?
Yes, my family.
Your mother too?
Yes.
Were you but you've lived in the U.S. all your life?
Yeah.
Okay. So American, stateside, born and raised. Tell me a little about your family. Do you guys speak Polish at home? Are you fluent in Polish?
Yeah, we're all fluent in Polish. My parents immigrated from Poland. Had two of my siblings there, and then came in the U.S. So, yeah, whole family's Polish.
Whole family's Polish. So you celebrate celebrate some American things, celebrate some Polish things. You got a little bit of a foot in both cultures.
Yep.
What's that like? Is it, there's still a sizable Polish community in Chicago?
Oh, yeah. I think there's more Polish people in Chicago than the capital of Poland.
Wow. Okay.
Very large population in Chicago.
All right. So we have a lot of Americans that were grew up in Europe and they learned to play handball there, whereas you have been living in the United States your entire life. You may have a name that might deceptively make somebody like, oh, maybe she's somebody from Poland that we've gotten. But no, you've been in the U.S. your entire life. What other sports have you played before you started playing handball?
When I was younger, I've done swimming, ballet, gymnastics, mainly.
And how did you get into handball?
Well, my dad used to play in Poland, and he saw a Facebook post that someone who also came from Poland was starting a recreational team. So I went there. That lasted for about 2 to 3 years before it faded out, and from there, Coach Craig, he lived nearby and was holding tryouts for the youth team. So that's how I got involved in the national team, and I've been with the juniors and now seniors ever since.
Yeah. So you played a little bit with the Chicago team, and starting at what age?
I think I was 12.
12. So was your dad a goalkeeper?
No, he wasn't.
No. How did you decide that goalkeeping was right for you?
Well, at the recreational level, no one really wanted to play goalkeeper. It was the situation where if you just wanted to, you would go in the goal, and I found it pretty fun. So about 2 years into starting handball, I decided that would be my position.
All right. And so that program that you were playing with Chicago, was that a different club than Chicago Inter, or was that...
Yes. It was... The name is Tatra Team Handball. It was founded by a Chicago Inter member who was no longer playing, but that's how it started.
Okay. And so then you started playing with Craig Roth's program and got the opportunity to play for the U.S. What was that like, and your first time putting on USA colors?
Oh man, I remember my...
How old were you?
Oh, I got my first convocation letter a day before I turned 13. The first tournament was in Canada, the IHF Trophy. I was the only goalkeeper on the youth team, but it was a super awesome experience. That was really the first time I got to play another handball team on any level.
In an international game?
On international, or that was the first handball team in general I've ever faced.
Okay. And that would have been, was that like a U18 game, probably?
Yes.
All right. So you baptism of fire, just 13. So you've been playing for quite a while now. And how old are you now?
I'm 19.
You're 19. So 6 years of playing at the U18 and U20. I've watched you play and seen you develop as a player. But other than playing on the international, when did you start playing for the Chicago women's team?
When I was 12.
Well, also they had started back up, and you were playing for the women's team, even as a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's incredible. What's it like at that age playing against adults? I mean, granted, you're playing you're playing goalkeeper, so there's no direct contact, but still, that's got to be a mental adjustment.
Right. Well, at the time, obviously the shots were harder, and at that time it was a combined practice with the men's too, so I also got to experience getting shot at by them. But, it all helped me grow, I think.
Well, I guess in some respects it would be, I'm playing against younger girls. They can't throw as hard as the men or the older women, so it was almost, would it be a stretch to say it was easier?
To play with Inter?
No, to play with some of these international games.
No, I wouldn't say that, because handball is more developed in other countries, so in that aspect, I wouldn't say it's easier.
Okay. Did you play any other sports in high school as well? Yeah,
in high school, I did swimming and played water polo all 4 years.
I'm guessing water polo goalie?
Yep.
All right. How has that helped handball or vice versa?
I loved it because the goals were the same size, and even though in water polo you don't get to use your legs to defend, you are treading the whole time, and I could really kind of use my knowledge in both sports on both courts. It was an interesting experience doing that.
Similar issues with like the angles,
right? Near
post, far post.
Yes.
Certainly with the arms, and we've had a few goalkeepers come from water polo. Rado Shida, 84 and 88 Olympian, who recently passed away. He came from college water polo. So you're sort of following in the footsteps, although you actually learned handball goalkeeping before.
Way before, yeah.
Okay, which has got to be very unusual for an American, I would say.
I'd say so, yeah.
All right. You recently competed in a tournament for Pan Am Games qualification.
Correct.
Talk a little bit about that. It looks like it was a very successful tournament.
It was. I was the only goalkeeper there due to age restrictions and such, but our team was amazing. We've been the best we've ever been. It was a great success and a great experience, and it's so awesome that we finally got first place after 3 times being there in Mexico. So now
I've seen a lot of those games. You guys were close several times.
We were, yeah.
And I guess the good thing is, in a lot of cases, even though you didn't win some of those tournaments, they did allow you guys to qualify for the World Championships and to get some experience at the World Championships.
Right.
What was it like stepping up from NORCA competition to a World Championship competition?
Well, the difference would be probably the introduction of the European teams, who are, I think a lot more organized, but just in that sense, again, it was good to experience handball from coming from different countries. Yeah.
So talk a little bit about the Junior Pan Am Games. I'm sort of familiar with it, but I'm guessing it's like a Pan Am Games for 21 and under?
Correct. Or U20.
U20. Okay.
Yes.
What's the plan? What's the preparation plan for that? And how are you guys getting ready?
Well, I believe the selection process and the plans for preparation will come soon. Since there's 2 other tournaments happening in the summer, everything's still getting organized in that.
But you've aged out of the IHF trophy events.
Correct.
Okay, so your focus will be on the Junior Pan Am Games, and I would guess that it's a little bit, maybe a little bit more pageantry, because it's a multi-sport event. That's something that'll be new for you.
Definitely. I'm really excited because it almost feels like a little mini Olympics, even though it'll only be North and South America, but seeing the different sports, and then, it's men and women going to be there with the city, the villages. It'll be kind of like a sneak peek into 2028, what it would be like to be an athlete playing.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your potential future going forward. Like I said, I've watched you play for several years now. I don't think I always fully was aware of how young you were way back then. You graduated from high school. Are you attending college? Have you considered possibly playing overseas?
I tried playing overseas in France, the north of France, over the summer. I was there for 6 weeks. That was an amazing experience, being a part of a European club for a little bit. The college I'll be going to doesn't have handball, but maybe that will change when I'm there. We'll see.
Which college are you going to?
St. Louis University.
St. Louis University, the Billikens, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, I actually know a guy in St. Louis who's wanted to start a handball program there, so maybe I'll put you in touch with him.
All right.
But so you're going to St. Louis. What are you studying there?
Physical therapy.
Physical therapy. So maybe a little, more and more. There's people that are considering taking college courses in Europe and maybe playing handball in Europe. Is that something that will work with maybe a physical therapy degree, or is that something where you more have to more hands-on, I guess, as opposed to online learning?
I believe it's possible. I'm not very informed on that process, but a few players are already deciding to study in Europe so that they could play, so I'm sure it's possible.
So you're not ready to take that leap yet, though?
No, I think I'll be studying here.
Okay. Well, having watched you play, that to me, and I'm not a goalkeeping expert, but I think you've done an outstanding job for someone that's learned the game in the U.S. Probably hasn't taken that many shots in actual competition compared to someone growing up in Europe and playing there on a more regular basis. I guess from my perspective, I'm like, I really wonder sometimes how you would do in a regular competition, higher level, playing those better players and seeing wing shots that you normally don't see, and stick them, all those sort of things.
Right. Yeah. Well, I'm sure. Hopefully one day, I continue to play my plan is to continue playing handball, so hopefully I'll get to experience that one day.
Okay, well, the good thing about being a goalkeeper is, one, you don't have to run as much unless you're subbing out for a penalty or something. But it is a sport where you can play to a later age. I mean, Sophie Fassold is proving that as we speak. So there is time to continue development, looking ahead at on down the line, as opposed to, it's like you don't have to maybe get that experience right away. Is that part of your thinking?
Well, I'm just trying to focus more on school right now. That takes a little more priority versus going abroad and, doing that right now.
That's perfectly fine. sounds like you're very level-headed, and you've thought through this a bit.
Yes, for sure.
Which speaks well for you. I think you have great potential, and I hope you continue to prove. So you guys lost your semifinal match. Who do you guys play for tomorrow? I think playing for bronze.
I think we're playing, for third place. Who, I'm not sure yet. Yeah.
Well, all right. Julia, it's been great talking to you, getting to know you a little bit, and keep up the good work and good luck this summer at the Junior Pan Am Games.
Great, thank you.